Good morning, my fellow yogic travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too as we continue to live, laugh, love, learn, linger, and live the life we love. For the new people to the website, these are the kind of presentation literacy things I used to do at the Yoga Circle from 1985 to 2019. I can always go to my website and just directly access these videos if you want to. Plenty of free content, but this one is called Not Carrying Others' Burdens, but Carrying My Own. Are you ready to step aside and let go? No? You're trying to hold this rock up. You're like Sisyphus, and you're going to get to the top. It's going to roll down because you haven't understood how you create and recreate things that you don't want instead of what you do want. Well, in order to do this, we'll have to go deep. And when you go deep, the first thing you start learning is there's a lot of pain in the world. You got to connect the small, the helpless, what they're going through, the traumatized. It's admirable to do blessing work, but it's tough because it means you're going to expose yourself to aspects of human life that you don't like. And it's going to piss you off. Anger, definition, experiencing anger or rage after the loss. We may blame ourselves or others for the way that the world is, but it's a necessary stage of healing. But in this process, you'll feel your anger. And even though it might seem endless, because there's so many things to be pissed off about, the more you truly feel it, the more you can use your anger as a fuel to motivate you. And that kind of anger will dissipate. And the anger that has energy to do something about it will help you heal more. So you got to separate the big me from the small me, from the abused part. And don't confuse discipline with self-punishment. We'll repeat that at the end. Because you don't pay the price for discipline. You enjoy the benefits of discipline. You pay the price for not disciplining yourself. So when you understand that, whoops, what happened here? You're sharing the screen? All right. Sorry. It's a good thing I'm not a professional here, right? Let's try stop sharing. We'll start sharing again. There we go. Big one. All right, I'm back at it. So a lot of people don't want to go into grief because they don't realize grief is not a disorder. It's not a disease. It's not a sign of weakness. It's an emotional, physical, and spiritual necessity. It's the price you pay for love. The only cure for grief is to grieve. And then you're not caught solely by your anger or your sadness. And then you move on. But having a personal practice that helps you go inside and turn the mind off, as opposed to the thinking mind always has what I call this concern residue that gridlocks your mind into being overwhelmed. There's so many different things going on that need to be healed in the world or moved into a better place than it currently is. Analysis by paralysis. You think about that and you get stuck like this. Nonetheless, could you have missed believing that everything will unfold just fine if I completely let go of all my concern about everything else and simply be present here, even if only for a moment? It's like that acrobat person. At some point, you got to let go and know that that other person will be there to catch you. What does that represent for you? Interesting, huh? But once you let go, you realize that handling distractions is more important than avoiding distractions. And we have all these weapons of mass distraction with the internet and the cell phone, and how your computer can just make you a clickbait person. Just hit enter, and they got you. The important thing is to not be completely lost in virtual reality, but find those practices that enable you to do something hands-on, right? Full of life. Not with media. I always say that. Like, when was the last time you went even a day without your phone or your computer? Right? Shows you how addicted we all are, right? But develop some good habits, like give yourself an hour of work without distraction before you do your email, your voicemail. And you learn to do one thing at a time. They always say concentration, ekagrata, one-pointedness. It helps you instead of multitasking, and that also kind of makes you crazy. So resist the fear of reaching out. Focus on connection. What happens if you could both plug in? You need each other. It's not so cut and dry that we're so different from each other. And once you realize the other person has something that fits perfectly into what you want to either extend to them or what you want to receive from them, then you have a little partnership here. But most important is the habits of delight and pleasure. Rejuvenate and enjoy the life that you're working so hard to create. And I hope it's in the old days that you remember when watermelon actually had pits that you could spit. So don't change so people will like you. Be yourself and the right people will love you. It's an amazing thing in the annals of psychology that you can be good and loyal, but unhappy. Being happy makes you think that you're unloving and disloyal. Most people choose number one. They live in the pain, but they're loving. You don't have to live in the pain, and you can be loving. So we learn, as there is often true with other forms of abuse, that child victims of parental alienation are not aware that they're being mistreated and often cling vehemently to the favored parent, even if that parent's behavior is harmful to them. Yeah, that parent had pain too, and you're trying to heal it for them. But you lost your connection through abuse, and in a strange way, we try to reproduce pain of abuse to stay connected. You have no allegiance to that whatsoever. I hope that you learn to move beyond it, everyone. And one of the simplest ways to stay happy is let go of the things that make you sad. Don't be a person who refused to let pain go away as a way of showing deep love. There's better ways that you can show deep love. So why don't we heal? Well, deep changes are necessary. We've got to stop inoculating our chickens with antibodies. You get the idea? We're creating things that make us toxic. So how are you going to change? Well, you got to risk. What's at risk? Oh, let's go help her. Oh, poor woman, she's completely hysterical. You see that? We've done a good job so far turning down ICE, sending them back. Are you willing to take the risk and speak up? Otherwise, you'll be carrying other people's burdens and stuffing your emotions. So, always going to come back to this. Without success, you want success? Without self-discipline, success is impossible. Lou Holtz, great coach from Notre Dame. But don't confuse self-discipline with self-punishment. So that's my one-liner to take with you today. You don't pay the price for discipline, which is what people say, and it keeps them away from delving into the commitment. You enjoy the benefits of discipline. You pay the price for not disciplining yourself. So find your way, and then bring the good things that you find when you discipline yourself back into the world, which needs it so desperately. Have a great day.